Hello SGD, and this is one of the most remarkable, unexplainable megaliths in Peru. It's this 14-sided stone. This is a standard picture you'll see of it. Well, like the unexplainable megalith. Doing a little bit of searching, I found it on Google Earth, just around the corner from the Hatumramiok Street. So this unexplainable megalith, it looks like the giant stones in Sacsayhuaman. Got similar appearance. Well, okay, here it is. That's where it is, and actually have to highlight it. Yeah. All right. So that's the stone there. That's the megalith. Makes a big difference the way you present the photo and if you put it in full context or not. So this is a minor lith. It's a teeny tiny lith. It's a pebble. Essentially, if you made them any thinner, the stone would break. It's about a foot wide and half a foot high. And if we go back, we can get a sight in it. And assuming that that block goes all the way to the back, and it doesn't, that's not necessarily the case, because the dressing stone, as opposed to that's only the face has been exposed, but let's assume it goes as far back as the connecting blocks. So even then we'll be pushed, so a foot by half a foot roughly, so half a cubic foot, it's about 32 kilos, about 80 pounds. So just by that standard method of using the dye or the mud or the dust to test the stone one against the other, it would be insulting to a sculptor or one of the master masons who had to do repairs to say that they couldn't make that shape. But steel tools work exactly the same as stone tools. You pound away, it takes off a small amount, then you do it again and you do it again. And so to shape that stone, if you've got a centimetre of extra meat, half an inch, like what's the problem? Bang, 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 you knock away the stone. If you've ever seen, again, there's no magic in steel tools. It's the skill of the mason, and looks impressive, and maybe, but not really, not really. And it's not like, how did they fit 14 sides? Well, they didn't, because they fit the smaller stones, the ones marked there in yellow, would have to go on top. They were fit, so the complex one, well, that was only fitted on 1, 2 and 3 sides to the stones beneath, and then you fit those individually on each side, so 7 on one side, 3 on the other, leaves you with 1 along the top, and that's just a flat plane. Those two stones go on top. Okay, that looks very Peru, Inca. If you look at it, and the standard Inca wall in Peru and most places, from Machu Picchu for instance, is rectangular blocks. That if you were to see that picture, you'd, where's that? Is that a cathedral? Is that a town hall or whatever? It's just ashlar masonry, no mortar masonry. That's it. Put in context all of this lost ancient high-tech stuff. They've done, how many videos have they done on this over and over and over again? To be fair, I don't think that this is a major selling point by the tour guide types, Brian Foster types, but in their support channels, let's call them Zohar, Stargate, DT TV, and Mystery History, and all these the OOPSart, they're always pointing to this, and when they show you photos, it's, well, something, the photos like that, or one of that early, which is in better resolution, but I mean, that tells you what you really need to know. This is one of their showpieces. We'll do more, and we'll go through Cusco and the various areas here again that I mentioned. This is just around the corner from Hatumramiok Street. This appears to be andesite, which almost certainly come from one of the two major quarries, which one's 15 kilometres and one's 35 kilometres. I gave say again, very small weight. He's like handling this easy, and even the rest of the stones here are just insignificant in their weight. Lucky to be a cubic foot, so again around about 75 kilos, 170 sort of pounds. And when you look at Cusco, and well, it's actually these door lintels which are the heaviest stones in the city. Now there are some few exceptions, we'll come to those, but this is about as megalithic as you're going to get, and that's the stone. And if we're shown in any context and then compare it to what skilled masons, craftspeople can do with scribing tools, it is just, it's a curious oddity, but it's insignificant. Yeah, so okay, well this is a very interesting piece, in comparison to the rest. And why did they do it? Did this have a, was it purely just showing off? Was there some meaning to it? I can't tell you, but if it comes to the technical ability of it, it's certainly not a megalith, and it's certainly not beyond the skill of a medium skilled mate, like not soup. It's not like you need some super stonemason to come out and do it. Yeah, it's just that tried and tested method. You bang on it with steel tools, you bang on it with stone tools, you just take off a little bit each time, test it and try it. It's so light that, again, one person working on his own without a lever, just literally with a stone pounder in one hand, and that's all, could do that. So, yeah, if you've come across this, this is how they operate with this type of, look at this, megalith builders, look at the complex megalith, something, Younger Dryas, therefore lost ancient high technology. Well, it's just a photo of a cool, interesting stone taken completely out of context to create a mystery that doesn't exist. Cheers, SGD. Have a good one.